Hey everybody, welcome back. I know I've been gone for months. I'm a college student, you can't blame me, okay? Today I have a very special package straight from Altrider. I asked them specifically about this product because I've been interested in it. Before I even got the bike, I was interested in this because I saw it on the Tenere. And that is the dual control brake system. So this is going to be a huge benefit off-road, especially if you wear off-road style riding boots where you can't really feel anything and you don't have a whole lot of range of movement. This is going to be massive. So what this is, there's an enlarger plate which goes right over your brake pedal, and it also comes with a riser, which it basically, when you're standing up on the bike while off-roading, your foot's kind of in a stupid position where you can't really get a good feel for it. In addition to that, when you're off-roading, your feet are at a different stance than when you would normally be riding, right? Your toes are gonna be kind of on that peg, so you'd have to put your foot forward, but when you're putting your foot forward while standing, it's gonna be completely different than when you're sitting. So instead of having to raise and lower manually the brake pedal every single time, this gives you the opportunity to just have both all in one. The lower position where you'd normally be riding and the riser for when you're standing, which is gonna be a huge help. Plus with how big this is, it's gonna be way easier to actually hit when you're wearing big old boots and you can't feel like anything. This is gonna be a huge improvement. I think I'm ready to look into this. Let's get it installed. So you can either purchase just the extender or you can purchase it with the riser. And this is the size of the original brake pedal. And so you can see how much bigger it actually is. Quite a bit. And I personally, in my riding, have slipped off so many times or had my foot accidentally riding the rear brake just because it's so small and like you really just can't even tell where it is. So let's talk about the tools required. Let's start off with Loctite. We're gonna be using medium strength thread locker, and they provided this with the kit. You're gonna use a ratchet wrench and a 10 millimeter to install it onto the bike. You're going to use a 4 millimeter Allen key or socket. I'm using a socket. Same with a 3 millimeter and a 2 millimeter, but I do not have a 2 millimeter Allen socket. I don't know that they make them that small. You're also going to want to use a torque wrench. I left mine elsewhere and I can't find it, so I'm going to use a digital torque wrench. It's not preferable, but it'll work. And that should be it. Yeah, let's get into it. So we're going to start by removing these little cleats. So these are in there already. I know it seems counterintuitive and we're going to take them out. But what we need to do is put some Loctite and then tighten them because they're just loosely in there right now and we want them to stay. As you can see, there's a part that doesn't have a little insert for your Allen key, and there's a part that does. So on the very bottom end, we're going to take our Loctite and apply just a very small drop. And what I think I'm gonna do is try and put this on the Allen key first so I can hold it, and then that'll make it a little easier on me. So just a very small drop will do. Just like that. I don't know if you can see there. Just a very small drop, and let's start threading it in. I'm gonna tighten this down, and then once I get it there, I'm just gonna snug it up, but you don't wanna strip these because you'll never get them out again. So if you spill any Loctite, you wanna wipe it up pretty much immediately. This stuff is basically just glue, so you don't want it to stick on there because you'll never get it off. So here they are with all of the cleats in, or studs, or whatever you want to call them. And so here you can see this will screw right into here. Okay, so if you are installing the riser to the extender, what you're going to want to do is tighten these 3mm Allen keys with a torque wrench, preferably something that can accurately gauge as low as 4.5 foot-pounds. Now, my normal torque wrench can, but this only goes to 5.9, but it does give me a reading no matter what I'm at. Yeah, so I can gauge how much torque I'm actually putting in it, which should be fine. So what you're going to do to install this riser is use these two little bolts that came in it, which are 3mm, install some thread locker, and then put it through these holes on the extender. So right through here, if you can see that. I'm gonna kind of see if you guys can see my torque rating. I'm gonna torque it just a little bit to 4.5 foot-pounds. Right about there. And it worked, okay? So here's the other one. Right about there. I may have gone a little too much or a little too low. It just really can't be accurate at that low of a torque rating on this specific torque wrench, but others can. So this is it fully put together. You can see the riser and the extender. The normal brake pedal, I'd say, is just about the size of the riser alone. So this is kind of how much you're getting. So it's a lot of bang for your buck. And if you have the altrider foot pegs, this is gonna go so perfectly with that, which is what I'm really excited about too. So I wanted to give you a little life hack for my fellow perfectionists out there. If you are off-roading and you scuff this all up and you see bare aluminum, right? And you're like, oh, that's really ugly. What I want you to use, and this is for Glocks, you use it on the slide to touch up, it's Birchwood Casey's Super Black Instant Touch-Up Pen, and it's flat black, and it's pretty much identical to this. So yeah, you just shake it up. I mean, I haven't scuffed it, so I'm obviously not gonna do it, but just do a little bit, and you can do light layers too, and that'll make it look brand new again, like nothing ever happened. And you can also use this on their foot pegs too, if you have them. All right, so in the kit, you're going to have this little spacer here. This goes on the bottom of your brake pedal. Also, I want to do a quick size comparison. This is the original brake pedal right here, and this is, let's see, right there was the dual control. So you can see it goes perfectly with the altrider pegs here, the Adventure 2 pegs, and it is a great improvement here. So what you want to do, and it comes with this little nylock nut, you're going to want to put your spacer right there. Then you're going to want to take your dual control pedal, put it right on top, and with this nylock nut and this screw here, you're going to take the screw, put it through the top here, and then with this washer first and then your nylock nut, you're going to put it on the threads coming out of the bottom. Just like that. And now you're going to torque this to 7 foot-pounds. So I'd like to make a correction of what I said earlier, and I will put a note in the beginning of the video of the tools required. You're going to need, if you have, and I realize most people don't, if you have the 4mm Allen socket, you're going to want to use an open-ended wrench, a 10mm open-ended wrench, or if you have a 10mm socket, you can use a 4mm Allen key. Just hold it real tight, make sure it doesn't slip. You're better off this way though, it's less likely to break. So yeah, let's get into tightening. Okay, as you can see, I have my digital torque wrench here, and I'm gonna put my wrench on the bottom, holding this snugly, and then I'm gonna tighten to 7 foot-pounds. I have to see what it's at, 7.5, good enough. But you see it's real snug on there. And yeah, let's get a wide angle going. Any aftermarket peg is going to stick out a little further than a factory peg. And so what that means is your brake pedal, your foot's gonna be over here, right? Especially if you have wide pegs like this. These are really nice wide pegs, but it puts your foot off kilter. This completely eliminates that. So when you're standing up, your toes are gonna be kicked inward. You can just immediately hit it right there. And this is a much bigger platform too, so you'll have a lot better grip. Now, like I was talking about earlier, this would be perfect for that little touch-up pin. If you care, I really don't. These have held up very well, very well. You should see my factory ones. They aren't holding up well at all. But these are super strong, and I expect the same from this. All right, so as you can see, I put on my riding boots, and I'm gonna show you what it's like when you have actual boots. So let's say I'm putting my foot here, right? I can tilt in a little bit. I'm sitting on the bike because I'm on my kickstand. Actually, I'm on my foot, but so right here, this is where you're gonna be for the high control, which is gonna be a whole lot better to just easily switch. You don't even really have to think about it compared to the old one where you're gonna have to tilt your foot in. And then here's the regular one for just regular driving. You can see I can hit it on the very edge right here and it's still going to register, unlike the other one where it ends about an inch back. So it's just a huge upgrade. I can hit up here, here, and it's going to be a big difference, especially with these pegs being wide. I can really just not even think about it, you know? It's perfect. I actually really like this so far. It's going to need, you know, me to ride to test it out, but so far so good. I'm gonna show you one more thing real quick. This is your brake height adjuster. I have mine fully bottomed out, but you can raise or lower it depending on what style of riding, what's most comfortable to you. So what you could do is you loosen this bottom bolt, and then you twist this one, and then you snug them up against each other. I said that backwards. You snug this up against the bottom. So the only problem with that, the height adjustment, is if you raise it high for off-roading, then back on the street, as one does, you go to hit your brakes, your rear brakes, it's all the way up here. You can't reach it. What this does is this completely negates that issue. So you have both options. It's going to be a real help for those who are struggling with big feet, bad ergonomics, etc. I mean, this whole series of my modifications has been about getting this bike perfect for me and hopefully you. So I hope this helps you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for my next video coming real soon. Also, coming from Altrider, they sent out their suspension links and their adjustable side stand, and I'm going to install it all in one video, and I'm hoping you guys will like it and it'll come in handy for you. So stay tuned for that, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye, y'all.